Where to position on Paris, you can either go right or left on attack. But the thing is, the only reason to ever really go right is if you have Sim, then you can TP under them, it's around that bastion, and you can move towards point here. Otherwise, there's really no reason to go right. So once you go left, you can either go right or left side, but the problem with going right side is that you give the enemy so much time to shoot you. Like, even if I put a shield here, the enemy will still get all this time to shoot me. And it's just so much easier to go left. See, if with this shield, I can immediately go left. I don't have to walk all the way over there. And because I can't just have infinite shields to replace, then it makes going left a lot easier. Another little tip that's, I don't know if this works for every map, but it's kind of weird. What you can do is you can shoot your shield through the wall. See how my cursor, it's on the ground, but watch how my shield goes through the wall. I don't know why this happens, but it allows you to go left a lot easier. So now once you're in here, you want to put a shield here and take a fight when they're on the high ground. And you can use this truck as natural cover. You just want to try to move your way towards point. And they're probably going to rotate, just like what you saw him do. And then you just have to keep moving up, moving up. But if they don't rotate and they stay on high ground, then you can take this fight here, and you can just fight it out. And your goal is to get over here. This position is super powerful, because you have this natural cover, and they can't flank you from behind, because the only way to flank from behind is to go all the way around here. And it becomes this linear fight that Double Shield and Orisa in particular is very powerful at. So this is the goal of where you want to go, from going left side and coming up here and taking this position on attack. The reason this position is so good is because the enemy has to, if they are still on high ground, they have to walk all the way out here in this open area, and there's nothing that they can really do. And if they come through here, they're all in one concentrated area where you can easily shoot them, and your entire team can easily focus them down. You don't have to call targets and have to worry about people not shooting the same target. So in defense, they're probably going to go right, and it's the same kind of rotations here. You can get some pulls, just fight it out, try to keep the high ground, try to make sure that they can't move towards the point and get that position over there. Ideally, if you have time, you want to rotate to point quicker than they do, but sometimes you don't get that opportunity, and you're going to have to take a fight either in here, which isn't very favorable because they're definitely going to break your shield very quickly, or you're going to rotate back from here. They'll get you to point quicker, but it might put you out in the open. If they decide to go left, then you can get easy pulls and try to get a pick, because they have to walk so far. But if you're not able to get a pick, then you should take a fight here. You're going to have to anyway. Or they can decide to go all the way to the left and go back around. So if they decide to go behind, then you have to rotate to point as fast as they do. And then you can get this position right here. And again, this position is super powerful. You should be able to win this fight. That's it for first point. So in attack, you have three options. You can either go right, main, or left. The reason you want to go main is if you got a pick, it lets you get a point very quickly, and it just gets you close to the enemy somewhat. But if you really want to get super close, take a really close fight, then you have to go left. The thing with going left is it gets you directly to point. The enemy can't see where you're going, so you can catch them by surprise. You want to go down here. You really want to rotate all the way around. You just want to try to get on point, force them somewhere. And if they're taking that position right, you see right there, then what you can do is you can put your shield up and walk forward, and it gets you closer to the enemy. For going right side, the advantage you have is your long range can do something. So if you have short range, you might not want to go this way, but what allows you to do is it allows you to take high ground as the enemy moves back into that corner, and this gives you an advantage for your team gets the opportunity to flank around here, and you can move on to point like this. A problem with this though, for if you have short range heroes, is that you can't really push up. Like, I can only put my shield here, or I can put my shield here, and then I have to, it gives the opportunity to the enemy Orisa to walk forward as I'm coming down from high ground. Like if I put my shield over there, then the enemy Orisa can walk forward and basically deny my shield. So I have to be aggressive, and the enemy Orisa and their team gets all this poke damage on me because this shield isn't protecting me. From this side, it doesn't work the same way. Like if I put my shield over here, then I can immediately come and take a good position and start fighting them as they're in this corner, instead of the shield not being able to protect me. So if your team just respawned after the enemy team took first point, the best place to put a shield is around here. It gives you cover from them going left, and it gives you a little bit of cover from them going main and then going mid. If they decide to go main, then you want to fall down and take this fight here. Or if you go quickly and they're already main, then you can take a fight here. If they decide to go left side, then you're gonna take this fight and try to hold it for as long as possible. You don't want to give them high ground, but eventually you're probably gonna have to move back. And as you move back into this corner, and you're able to use this as cover and this wall as cover. Make sure as they move down, try to get some pulls, but your main thing is to abuse the fact that they don't have cover while you do. Their cover will probably have to be a statue while you have this wall. If they decide to go right side, then you need to either rotate down here or come down the stairs around here. Basically just take a longer range fight, and if you have short range DPS, you can enable them by just moving up on them, taking a fight as close as you possibly can. So here's a quick recap. On attack, coming out of spawn, you almost always want to go left. Going right, you only do if you have Sim. And the reason for that is because then Sim can keep you over here. And then, as you come out of spawn left side, you want to go to this left room, because going right puts you out in the open for too long. Then you can move your way towards points and try to get this position right here. This position is really good because they're forced to either fight you here, which they're vulnerable, and fight you out in the open, which are also vulnerable, while you have this infinite shield right here and your own shield to deny space. On defense, you want to start here, and then as they rotate right, you're going to put a shield here, fight them, and try to make sure that they don't get to point. And you have two ways of rotating back. If you have time, you can go this way, try to fight them like this. If you don't think you have time, then you can go like this. If you're really quick, you might be able to fight them over here while they're still over there, and that would be the most optimal instead of waiting for them to get to point. On attack, you can go mid, right, or left, and mid lets you go to a point quickly if you have a pick. Left gives you a close fight because the enemy won't be expecting it, and right side gives you this high ground, which will be good for your long range heroes. In all cases, as you go down whichever path you decide to go to, you just set up on point. Mid is over here, if you go left it's over there, and if you go right you just fall down like this. On defense, you always start here, and then depending on where they go, you have to rotate certain ways. Like if they go left and you don't win the initial fight and they're pushing you, you have to rotate back here using this wall as cover. If they go main, then you have to move your shield down here, fight them here, or if they're already on point, you fight them like this. And make sure you have the opportunity to move back into this cover. If they go right, then you have to rotate down here, either by falling down this way or going down these stairs, and then you take this long range fight. But if you have close range DPS, you can enable them by going as close as you possibly can to them. That's my guide for playing main tank on Paris. Be sure to like, dislike, subscribe, and comment on how I can improve this series.